Today I'm going to talk about a classic design icon. Design icon. Why does that Oh, I know. That suddenly reminds me of Tim Gunn. Hello, designers. You have 10 minutes left. I don't know why I said... Well, anyway, design. Classic design. I'm not talking about clothing. I'm talking about a fountain pen. What is that? If you cannot ID that, you need more fountain pen education. It's a Parker 51. And that's a classic. And you know what? I don't care much for the design. I'll be completely honest. I know that a lot of people love it. I know it's a design icon, but it doesn't do a whole lot for me. Now, of course, I was at the DC Pen Show, and I knew that Greg Minuskin, nib retipper, I should probably say, extraordinaire, would be there, and we ran into him. When I say we, I mean Eric and I. And Eric said, "Hey, Greg, you got any Parker 51s by any chance?" And then just from his chest pocket, he just pulled some Parkers, including this one. This was the first he gave me. And he said, well, this is something like, this is quite juicy or something, I don't know. Well, he wasn't kidding. He retipped this and turned it, because I think those regular 51 nibs are kind of fine. Well, this is not kind of fine. This is a 1.3 millimeter stub. And I can only describe that as serious nibbage. Wow. I would use some other terms to describe that, but I'll try to keep this clean. I put this to the paper right there on the spot, and man, the guy wasn't kidding. It's juicy. So, dear Greg, it's fantastic. He let me try another one after that. I don't know what that was. But I was sold with this one straight away. So let's talk about the pen, the parts, and I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then a little writing sample, and that's all there's to it. So, the Parker 51 has a very typical design. You have this sort of rounded off barrel. It's got a little hole in there. Too bad, because this could actually make for a pretty nice eyedropper, but come back to that in a second. It has the cap, which I like. It's not very shiny. It looks like it's brushed metal of some kind or something. Is it even metal? Yeah, I think it's metal. I like that. I don't like caps that are extremely shiny, and this one is just nice and matte. On top, you got this little pyramid. I enjoy that. The diamond looks pretty cool. You have the clip. The clip is not extremely tight, just fine, great to use. Of course, it's the Parker Arrow. Then down there, you've got a little ring, and just above that, it says Parker. I could not find any date stamp, year stamp on the barrel. Maybe I haven't been looking hard enough. To tell you the truth, I don't really care. I was not looking for a specific 51 or anything. Just needed a 51, and this one is perfect. Slip off the cap. You find this typically shaped section with a hooded nib. The nib is hooded to such an extent that you can't even really see it. I mean, you can, but it's so small. I know this is not in focus, but just to give you an idea. You turn it around, you see a bit more of the nib and the feed. I'm not sure whether you can take those out. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't really care. It's fine as it is. Then you have a nice ring design there, which is just a ring and then another ring and a little bit of a space in between. So it's slightly in relief. You got a number of these barrel colors. This is burgundy. There are a lot of others. I kind of like this. And when you screw this off, you come to the filling mechanism, which is kind of typical if you've never seen that. This is an aerometric. So the aerometric system, there's a sack in there, a rubber sack. I'm not sure whether I can take the metal bit off, but I'm not going to try. I don't want to pull the whole sack off. It's full of ink, and I don't really care to restore it. There's an inscription on there, which is great. It tells you how to fill it. Useful if you've never done that. It says, Parker 51. To fill, press ribbed bar firmly 4 times. Use dry writing superchrome ink. Holding pen point down, wipe front with soft tissue the Parker Pen Co. made in USA. That's a metal bit. You push that rubber sack in there. Sack is depressed, draws up ink. It's that simple. So that's pretty cool. I like the size. It's a bit bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a little smaller. Of course, I did the review of the Hero 616 and the 616 Jumbo, aka Doctor. Those are rip-offs from this pen. I'm glad to have one now. I'm very glad it's Greg Minuskin re-tip because the nib is awesome. So just before we go to the writing sample, what about cleanability and what do I like about it and not like about it? Well, cleanability is a bit of an issue. Because it has this aromatic thing going on, you cannot just pull that off and put a bulb syringe in there. It's really a matter of squeezing out the ink, drawing up water, squeezing that out, drawing up water again, until the ejecta are completely clean. And that will just take a while. So cleaning this pen is not a 1-minute job. It'll take time. If you're okay with that, I mean, with this nib, I'm more than okay with that. What do I like about it? The nib. Did I mention that? The nib is awesome. I can keep talking about that, you just need to see it. You need to see it in action and then you'll see how awesome it is. What do I not like about it? Well, I told you, the design, I don't care a whole lot for it. But, you know, it's an iconic design. You like it or you hate it. I don't really care. I just think it's a cool pen. And that's all there's to it. Pretty light, very pleasant to hold. This strange grip section is kind of unique. Although it's the same color as the barrel, which I like. It's not black or anything. It's a bit strange, but it's very pleasant to hold, actually. It's smooth, but your fingers won't really slip, at least mine don't. If you need to, you can post the pen, but it's already quite big. Pretty cool. So, that's all there's to it. I hope this was useful, and I think we need a writing sample. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we go. Writing with the Parker 51. Now, if you know Parker 51s and you've seen their fragile, itty-bitty little nibs, you're in for a shock here. Just put down GM for Greg Minuskin. No. Now you're going to ask me, how do you spell that? Minuskin. When this guy tells you he's got a stub in his hand, he isn't kidding. Mr. Greg Minuskin sold me this pen kindly. Waterman Florida Blue. Is this awesome? Or is this awesome? I'll help you out a little. It's awesome, okay? I have used some stubs, mainly for calligraphy. This thing wow. Are you kidding me? I mean, just look at this line variation. And not just that. Skipping was my fault, not the pen's fault. With a hooded nib, I have to get used to how to position it correctly. Once you got it, it writes, it doesn't skip, it doesn't do anything except write. Just what you need it to do. This is serious. Okay, writing. You probably hear something. Don't you even think that this nib is scratchy, because it's not at all. It's just because the shape, the corners of the nib, when those hit the paper, you hear it. You hear the different sound there and there? That's normal for nibs of this kind. Because I can tell you, this is not scratchy at all. It's one of the smoother nibs I've used in a while. Okay, fast writing. Do you see any skipping? Because I don't. I saw it there, but that was because this page sort of curled up. That was me, and this was just a bit of startup issue because I didn't put it to the paper the right way. So I am very, very, very impressed. I can tell you that. So, a bit of coloring. You like a wet nib? Here you bloody go. There's a wet nib for you. I love it. I mean, I won't lie, I just love this pen. I think it's fantastic. I needed a 51 anyway. Right, a serious pen collector needs a 51 of some kind. I don't care for the design that much, but a Greg Minuskin nib, oh yeah, any day of the week. So, I thank you for watching. I thank Mr. Greg Minuskin for doing this great retip and giving me a good price on this. Seriously, you need one of these. So, there you go. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.